let's solve an equation that takes a little review into consideration. We had a unit on exponentials and logarithms, so take some time perhaps to review your rules of exponentials and logs, and keep reviewing actually all the way to the final exam. The question here is find all solutions of the equation cosine of natural log of x equals 0. So my first thought here is that I would like to note where cosine of an angle equals 0 in the first place. And cosine is 0 when you have the pi over 2 angles, like pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, 5 pi over 2, negatives, etc. Now how do we generalize this? Well, you can notice that pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2 are pi units apart, so are 3 pi over 2 and 5 pi over 2. So they're 180-degree rotations of each other. So we can generalize the solution of where cosine is 0 by noting that we could have pi over 2 plus multiples of pi and allowing for both forward and backward rotations. Okay, so adding or subtracting pi. Okay, now by substitution, if theta equals the natural log of x, then natural log of x would equal these answers in the pi over 2 format. So most notably, we're solving the equation, the logarithmic equation. Natural log of x is pi over 2 plus pi n. Using the definition of the logarithm, we can rewrite this in the following manner. Natural log is base e, so we would rewrite this as e to the number pi over 2 plus n equals x. And we've already noted repeatedly that n is our counting mechanism to indicate how often we've added or subtracted pi. Okay, so now let's look at our solutions. And may I say you should never look at the solutions in the multiple choice list until you actually do the problem, or you'll confuse yourselves. So, taking a look at the solutions, I'm looking for e to a power. I see all of them have e to a power. I am looking for the one that has e to the pi over 2 plus pi n power. And I see only one option here, and it is this guy. Okay, so a little hint. You want to go back and review logs and rules and that sort of thing.